Hello? Hello? Am I alive? Am I here? It's a Phoenix right time. It's the time for right time. It's the time to Phoenix the right. In a surprise stream that I didn't expect to do, we're gonna play a little bit of Ace Attorney today. I contemplated playing a new game for once, but then in my head I was like, no. I wanna beat this game. So I decided to play more of this. That this next case that we're doing today can be done in one sitting, because there shouldn't be any. There's no investigating, if I remember correctly, so it should just be all in court. So I'm hoping it won't take very long, but we'll see how it goes. So instead of dilly-dallying, we're gonna go ahead and get started. How do I... I'm making adjustments. Okay. Alright, we Gucci. Right? Am I Gucci? I hope I'm live. Let me just make sure. Okay. I'm good? Okay. I'm gonna get started. So, we are starting out with Turnabout Beginnings, which I have forgotten this was a case. But now that I remembered that it's a case, I remember it being a little bit traumatizing. The girl! Let her go! I'm not sure how much more traumatizing it'll be now that I'm grown, and this is in HD. But it was pretty scary when I was young. Shut up! Come closer and I'll kill her! Sorry, but you're not going to get the chance. I can't believe that person died, whoever it was. Oh my god, penalty. That's a pretty serious thing that he did with the kidnapping part. After escaping, Falls met with and then murdered Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, recaptured on Eagle Mountain about 8 hours after his escape. Her very first client was a death row inmate who had recently broken out of prison. That was a whole year before me and I ever met. You know, I'm not gonna I feel like I'm going to die. I never should have accepted this case. I forgot that we see him as our client. I like completely forgot that we see him here. It's a bit like early for him to already have the noose around his neck, ain't it? Unless it's a gold chain. Good morning. Don't be so jumpy, Mia. I don't do that. I swear, I didn't kill nobody. Terry Falls, my first client, sentenced to death 5 years ago, and now a prison escapee. Just relax, Mia. Make small talk and try to relax him. How are you gonna take this on as your first case that you're dealing with a death row inmate? I mean, you're not defending him from death row, but it just seems like a really big first client to have. You'd be taking on like a burglary or something. So why did you escape anyway? Yo, look at his eyes. Are they supposed to be like that? They're two completely different shapes. You would have thought that if it went crazy, it would look like the same as the crazy wide-eyed one. I don't know. I wonder what it looked like in the original. I mean, they presumably translate everything like one-to-one from the original to the HD remake. This looks weird. Anyway. I'm sorry! I didn't do nothing! I didn't kill nobody! I never lied! I didn't escape from nowhere! But Mr. Falls, the police just recaptured you 2 days ago. I'm sorry. I told a little lie. Those eyes look so weird. Everything. I didn't do it. I never killed nobody. Sorry for asking, but you're on death row, right? I'm really, really sorry. They sentenced me to die 5 years ago, but I was tricked. I tell you. This is a rough start. That woman, she lied in her testimony. That's why I get the death penalty. I swear it, I did kill her. I could never do that. 2 days ago, he escaped from the police wagon when it crashed. Then about 8 hours later, a policewoman was murdered before the police could recapture him. The police believe that Terry Falls did it. I really wish I could have just stayed forgotten about this case, because now that I even... after you escaped, did you meet a policewoman? Yeah, I did. She's the reason I escaped. So that much is true. He did meet with the victim. I didn't kill her. She was alive when I left. It's true. I can trust him, right? I mean, I should. Huh? Yeah, wow, what a handsome guy. I've never seen him before in my life. You're not gonna go figure out the truth by just staring at the guy. Why are you here? I came to see how our little kitten was doing all alone in the big, scary lion's den. I thought maybe you'd like someone to play with. Where's Mr. Huh, that old man is probably still in bed. I bet he's clutching an empty bottle and mumbling in his sleep. Mumbling? Aren't I good enough? After all, it's me, Diego Armando. Yeah, that's how everyone does. That's how what everyone does when they fucking show up to someone that they are acquainted with. I introduce themselves. That took a long time to say. Shut up, me. I didn't say. So, Diego Armando, the finest attorney at Grossberg Law Offices, is here for me? No. You've got it all wrong. Today, you're the finest. After all, it took an amazing amount of guts to take this case. Imagine, an escaped death row convict for a first client. Yeah, thanks. I sure wish I could get out of it, though. Huh, relax. I just heard some good news. The prosecutor for today is fresh out of his diapers as well. Really? Unlike a certain somebody who I won't mention. He's earned a reputation as a genius since beginning his law career. Genius? Well, it's about time to sharpen those claws of yours. It's go time. His lips are so, like, pursed. Solitary confinement cell for the condemned must be the world's loneliest place. His eyes are so gentle, even though he is potential a kidnapper and a potential murderer. And that's what my client ran away from. Every other lawyer gave up on him. But not me. When I saw those overflowing eyes and heard that simple, childlike voice, I just had the feeling that he was telling the truth. Why does he have a... Oh my god, it's baby Edgeworth. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. I understand the lawyers for the both sides are newcomers. Yes, Your Honor. I'm Mia Fey. Don't know how old Mia is. Cause it's just wondering. At 20, Your Honor. I guess our little kitten hasn't earned herself much of a reputation yet, huh? Come on, Mia. You can't lose. Not to someone younger than you. Young people running a trial. I'm not. Now then, the defendant in this case is currently a felon on death row. 2 days ago, he escaped from a police wagon. Is that correct? Precisely. But the defendant is not on trial for escaping prison. On the day that the defendant escaped, a policewoman was murdered. So we're here to determine if Mr. Falls was responsible for her death? You got it, kitten. Well then, Mr. Edgeworth, let's hear your opening statement. Yes, Your Honor. It was 5 years ago. The defendant, Terry Falls, was sentenced to death in his very court. His crimes were kidnapping, extortion, and murder. The girl he threw off the... A truly horrible crime. I remember it well. There was no decisive evidence, so the trial was long and protracted. correct. But in the end, what finally decided the case was a certain witness's testimony. A witness's testimony? The testimony of Detective Valerie Hawthorne. The person that's criminal. Sorry, I was getting distracted because I was like looking at the hand that was holding the gun. It looks fine. It looks a little bit weird, but it looks fine. I was just distracted by it. She arrested Mr. Falls at the scene and later testified against him. She said she witnessed Mr. Falls throw his young victim into the river. For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in there are never recovered. So Mrs. Hawthorne's testimony was the one that put him away. The police woman you just mentioned, that wouldn't be... Exactly, the victim. The same woman that was killed 2 days ago. Police sergeant. I see. The man who was sentenced to death based on your testimony escaped 2 days ago, with only one thing on his mind, to take revenge against the woman who convicted him. The truth is becoming clear to me now. Huh? Yes. It's quite obvious that the defendant is guilty. Wait a minute, that's not right. At least hear the case before you decide on the outcome, Your Honor. You at yourself, Miss Faye. I'm not sure I care for your word choice, so you're telling me how to do my job, even though I suck at it. Young people these days simply don't know how to respect their elders. Why, you're even younger than me, you hypocrite! Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, please call you first witness. I called the detective who was in charge of the initial investigation of this case. There's... Witness, state your name and occupation. Gumshoe, Dick Gumshoe. I'm the homicide detective in charge of the case, sir. I finally got promoted to the detective division half a year ago. I don't believe anyone asked you about that. Mia, come on, he's so proud of it. Be nice. Hey, ma'am, you got any idea how much work it takes? But what is it? You're really gorgeous. Excuse me? No, seriously, my heart is aching for you. Now's not the time, Gumshoe. Please, you just got promoted. Detective, pull yourself together and try to be professional. Otherwise, I'll write you up on contempt so quick that something other than your heart will ache. Your dick. Okay, not my dick. Now, detective, tell us about the... Yes, sir, right away. The victim was Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, a veteran on the police force. She was stabbed in the back with a knife and died from excessive blood loss. That much is already stated in the autopsy report. The court would like to hear more details about the incident itself. Yes, sir. I gotcha. Okay, let's take a look at this aerial map of the area here. Oh my god, this gives Earthbound vibes. Or not Earthbound, Pokemon vibes, I guess. It's kind of a little bit of Earthbound. A little bit of Earthbound, a little bit of Pokemon vibes. This is a sketch of Dusky Bridge, an old suspension bridge. And the river that runs under there is Eagle River. The victim and the defendant met there, on top of the bridge. After stabbing her in the back, the killer carried the victim back to his car. He was recaptured at a police checkpoint as he was trying to make his getaway, sir. Bridge. The victim, Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, was wearing a thick coat, sir. Unfortunately, no traces of blood were found on the bridge. Mr. Edgeworth, I warn you... What? How did I completely forgot how I did his voice. I warned you that I absolutely despise conjecture. If there was no blood on the bridge, then you have no proof that they even met there. Your Honor. If you would listen to the testimony we have prepared, I'm sure you'll be convinced. The two of them most certainly did meet on the bridge that day. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm not sure I like you, wagging your finger at me as though I were some hoser. Detective, proceed with your testimony. Yes, sir. Here we go, Mia. Hang on. Okay, now. Listen carefully, kitten. One little mistake and this guy will drink you for morning tea. Trust me. He's so big. Like he looms over the fucking the desk, the desk, whatever it's called. On the day of the incident, an unknown person phoned the sergeant and asked to meet. Sergeant Hawthorne went to Dusky Bridge at the designated time and met with Mr. Falls. And that's where she was brutally murdered, sir. The criminal stuffed her body into his car trunk and tried to make a getaway. Mr. Falls was arrested at a checkpoint. Mr. Falls was arrested at a police checkpoint we set up at the base of the mountain. Why'd you set up a checkpoint at the base of the mountain? Why did okay. I was like wondering like why the top of his head looks so fucked up. And it's still fucked up regardless, but it kind of looks like when you have those crescent rolls from the Pillsbury, it's just unrolled and he just looks like he's just stuck it onto its head to make it like look like hair or something. Well, you certainly have established it. Please hurry up and proceed with the cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination coming right up. Hey, settle down there, kitten. If you keep trembling like that, you're gonna make me spill my coffee. Bitch, don't touch me then. What the fuck? I'm not trembling. It's just cold in here. Courtroom can be a cold battlefield, alright. Especially for a beginner. Man, shut the hell up. I don't need you to worry about me. I mean, the defendant, the witness, everyone's a beginner here. Ha! You got me there. Well, maybe you should keep your claws out and show them what you've got, kitten. It's okay, Mia. Stay calm. Just remember those court procedure videos you stayed up all night watching. Yeah, you got this, Mia. You got this. With me controlling you, you'll for sure succeed. I'm gonna be pressing. Mata! This unknown person. You have no idea who it might be, right? Sorry, but I'm afraid I do. What? The one who called Sergeant Hawthorne was a defendant, Terry Falls. Hey, we're at the defendant. The defendant called her? Sergeant Hawthorne was a very thorough person, sir. She left a note about her phone call with Mr. Falls. Yeah, top secret memo that she left on her desk. So top secret that she left it on top of her desk. Very top secret. What makes it a top secret memo? According to this note, it seems the one who called her to the bridge was indeed the defendant, Terry Falls. Whose bright idea was it to keep that note from me? Ha! Looks like the judge is even more sure of his verdict now. Listen up. Never ask a question if you don't already know the answer. It's the detective's fault. He's the person. Hey now, don't make that face at me. I just said it that way because the prosecutor told me to. Was that a trap? With that cute face, I didn't expect him to be so sneaky. Okay, be careful, don't press anything. What does this say? February 14th, on Valentine's Day at 1:21 p.m. Falls 4:30 at that bridge. Wear white scarf for identification. Talk to Dahlia, tell her this time the whole truth must come out. Wear white scarf for identification. Stabbed with a knife in the back, died from blood loss between 4 and 5. Okay, okay. A bridge up in the mountains, but why meet there? Because it is a very important place to the defendant. That's why. What do you mean by that? If you remember, 5 years ago, the defendant kidnapped a young girl to a bridge. It was there that he killed his hostage. How old is Terry? 25. Valerie's 23. 20. Fugly ass. He's not fugly, I'm sorry. It's just his hair is so much rounder than usual. Sorry. He was chased onto a bridge, and it was there that he killed his hostage. And the place where all of this occurred is, of course, Dusky Bridge. The very place where Sergeant Hawthorne arrested and handcuffed Mr. Falls. Ha! Returning to the scene of the crime. How nostalgic. That's where she was brutally murdered. Was the body of the victim discovered right away? Yeah, we were really on the ball. That's right. Ha! If that's what happened, then she wouldn't have been killed. She never mentioned the phone call from Mr. Falls, but she left a note on her desk about it. If only I had noticed it earlier, maybe she'd still be alive. I don't know why she didn't mention the phone call to anyone. Why would it be anyone's business? She clearly met up for like a personal... Oh, well, oops, I did not mean to press whatever I pressed, but it's okay. I was going to eventually. I don't remember what was said though. What was the line that I pressed on? Mr. Falls had a car then? Well, that bridge is way up in the mountains, ma'am. The defendant and the victim both went up there by car. I mean, how else, right? What if he, skipped? What? You mean the defendant drove his own car? No, of course. I knew Lani. Poor Gumshoe on the stand. Yeah, you gotta root for him. He's a fresh detective. This is a photo of the stolen car's trunk. I'm Eepy. Naturally, that's the body of Valerie Hawthorne in there. Whoa, that doesn't look too comfortable. The victim, she was stabbed in the back, correct? Yeah. Huh. For some reason, men always seem to get stabbed in the back. Valerie is not a man. Oh, we're talking about a woman here. You can't tell from this photo, but the knife wasn't firm. The condition of the body when it was discovered is very important information. Detective, was there anything strange or noteworthy in the trunk of the car? Pardon me? Here's a photo of the trunk, but I don't see anything strange to you. Do you? What? I see something very strange. How do I... Oh, what? Oh. Oh, my head. Can I just present this without pressing? It didn't work! Yeah! Shush. Okay. So I have to press this? Because I do see a problem. What did the defendant have to say about this photo? What he always says, ma'am. I didn't do nothing. That's all he says. Nothing? I wouldn't say he did nothing. At the very least, we know he stole a car. It's just what he always says, always says. Sorry, I told a little lie. Or something like that. Well, in any case, it seems he was caught and arrested. Precisely. Oh shit! There's a big trap waiting for you in that testimony. A trap? Walk into it carelessly and it'll leave more than just a flesh wound. Fun, huh? No, it's not! Well, if you want to have any chance at all, you'd better get some more information. And if you're going to get caught in a trap, it's best to get caught early. You could always go look for contradictions afterward. Yeah. Shh. I didn't realize that was the end. That's where she was, blah, 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 heard the photo. Okay, am I bringing up the fact that she said in her note that she was wearing a white scarf for identification, but she was not wearing a white scarf? Okay, I thought we were gonna... I thought this was gonna come later. I noticed that the trunk of the... on the trunk was broken into, but I guess that's not a contradiction because the car was stolen. Witness! What is it? Do you have something to say, Miss Faye? I'm sorry. I totally forgot what I was going to say. This is the first time I've ever actually had to address someone like that. You should have practiced before coming to court. Honestly, Miss Faye, I'm not sure I like this. Say there, little kid. Want a piece of my coffee candy? Candy? Well, you're still too young to be drinking real coffee. Come on, Mia. Shake it off. You're a lawyer. Detective. Yes, ma'am. This photo. You said that there's nothing peculiar about it. Is that correct? Yeah, that's what I said. Well then, I suggest that you take another look at the note written by the detective. Where is the white scarf? I can't seem to find it in this photo. Well, to be honest, we didn't find it in the trunk, ma'am. And you stopped there? You should have looked for it! Ah! The scarf you were searching so desperately for. Is it this one, perchance? Bitch, that's not what that makes sense. What? Why? Why didn't you tell me? I made a decision to keep all pieces of evidence in my personal satchel. It's the safest place I know. It said that the evidence that's collected during a trial needs to have been approved by the police department and stuff. Did he do that? Did he do scarf or so? He was intentionally hiding that scarf the whole time. The court will accept the scarf into evidence. Boo. Now, if the attorney for the defense is finished embarrassing yourself, I'd like to move on with the testimony. That is alright with you, isn't it, Miss Faye? Boy, would I like to wrap the scarf around his smarmy little neck. Very good. Now, if we're done with this mud-covered scarf business, the prosecution moves to establish conclusively, with hard evidence, that Miss Hawthorne and Mr. Fall on the bridge that day. Rules of evidence only applies 5% of the time. Whatever. Why even establish it if they're not going to apply 100% of the time? Further, we will show exactly what occurred there. This sounds quite promising. I can't wait to hear all about it. Everything is moving on his whim. Don't forget, kid. There's a reason why everyone considers this kid a genius. Genius, huh? He's only a genius because he wears a cravat. He's not a genius because he's smart. Come on now. Actually, there's an eyewitness who was there when the incident took place. This photo was accidentally taken by the witness. It shows the Vic wearing the scarf, sir. I don't know why, but seeing her there kind of made me think of Michael Jackson, even though there was no remote reason. It also kind of made me think of Orochimaru. For no particular reason. I think it's just because the hair, but that's a stupid reason to think. It was drizzling that day, unfortunately. It's a little hard to see what's going on. Anyway, the criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. That must have been when the scarf fell off. If the scarf fell off on the bridge, then it would have been found on a muddy floor. Gumshoe, come on. Looking at this photo, you really get the sense that this bridge is very high up. It is about 40-foot drop from the bridge to the Eagle River down below. Mr. Edward, who took this photo anyway? Let's just say it was a well-intentioned third party. Aha! A potential witness. So, why isn't this person in the courtroom? Well, they said they absolutely did not want to testify. What? Oh shit, whatever. The person in question is very delicate, Your Honor. Besides, as long as we have this photo, we see no reason to compel them to testify. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Seems to have been taken by the witness. So as you can see, Terry Falls had both the motive and the opportunity. I think it's quite clear at this point what happened on that bridge. Aha! The truth is becoming clear to me now. Huh? Yes, it's quite obvious. It's clearly guilty. Not again! That's not fair! I haven't even done the cross-examination yet. Huh? What do you mean, huh? I wish when they drew this new sprite for Gumshoe with his beige jacket, he could have had a different colored undershirt so that it doesn't look like it doesn't look like they're the same colors. Who is this eyewitness? She's a college student. A female college student? That's right. Meaning she's female and a college student, ma'am. Haha. She doesn't do well in front of other people, so I came to testify for her. Maybe so, but as the attorney for the defense, I have the right to cross-examine her. For the time being, we're not relying on the witness's statements. That is all. What is that supposed to mean? The prosecution has other, more decisive evidence. Our case doesn't rest on a vague testimony of a female college student. Female college student, eh? It means she's female and a college student, sir. Oh my god. If you absolutely must hear her testimony, you'll have... Young and still hopeful, he could have had a light blue shirt. True! Could have had some more color to... Oh, I fucking hit... What? Oh, I didn't hit press that time. I forgot this controller is fucking busted. Oh, whatever. At least it's better to hit... At least it's better that it fucks up with pressing than presenting. The victim is wearing a scarf in the photo, alright. So, about the witness who took this photo. What was this person doing all the way up in the mountains? She was taking photos of wild flowers, apparently. There are many unusual types of flora on that mountain, Miss Faye. People in the area say it's because of the spirits that live there. Spirits? Now that you mention it, this photo, this cloudy fog-like thing, is it a ghost? I don't believe it. No, Your Honor, no, I don't think it's a ghost. It was drizzling that day. Unfortunately, it's a little hard to see what's going on. Sorry. Drizzling, huh? That's right. There was a light rain coming down. The whole place was dreary. But not as dreary as the mood that's in this courtroom right now. Haha. Looks like a cold front just moved in. In any case, the point is that the area was quite damped. There was even some fog. I even slipped and fell while I was on the bridge. It was really something. Anyway, the criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Is that part of the witness's testimony as well? Of course it is. He pushed the victim hard in the back and she fell down right on her stomach. I remember that happening once myself. It was really brutal. Whatever. Are you talking about seeing someone get pushed, or were you the one getting pushed? Or does it mean that you pushed someone down like that once? With his mind-boggling tales and the way he says brutal, I wonder if it's Canadian. What? That has nothing to do with anything, Mia. Ha! Save your nasty look for the right person. Huh? Take a look. Poor baby. The court record seems to have wet itself. Why did you say it like that? Hey! Watch where you spill your coffee! Court record, huh? Yeah, I get it. Ah, shit! Talk about a surprise! I know I did. There was a photo. So what do I do? You really still believe him? Mr. Crybaby, I mean. Of course I do! So the little kitten believes in fairy tales, huh? In that case, the answer is obvious. But you believe it's the truth. And that means that somewhere, hidden in that testimony, is a contradiction. One huge contradiction waiting to be discovered. That's your chance. Yeah. And it's like every time he interrupts the statement before the last statement, so I assume that it's always the last statement and that it recycled the fucking testimony, but it's not. So presenting the crime photo, right? Because her jacket looks clean. So at the time of the crime, there was a light drizzle coming down, correct? Yeah, and fog too. Just a generally soggy atmosphere. Well, I have evidence that doesn't go with the soggy atmosphere. But this is a photo of the victim's body that was found in the car trunk. Considering the conditions at the scene of the crime, something isn't right. Yeah, the car's not even wet. By all means, please enlighten us as to what isn't right. What is it about this photo of the trunk that doesn't fit with the conditions of that day? Her boobie! She has boobie! Naturally, the answer is right here. The victim's coat? As far as I can see, there's nothing strange about it. That's exactly what's strange. Recall the testimony. What were the conditions on the bridge that day? It was drizzling and foggy. Dusky bridge was all wet. If the victim really had fallen down on her stomach on top of the bridge, then the front of her coat should have been covered in mud. That's exactly right. The other day, I fell on a muddy street and my gorgeous playoff beer was befouled. I do admit that the crime scene was quite wet that day. However, that doesn't mean that the top of the bridge itself was muddy. If your honor had fallen in the shower instead on it, your glorious hockey beard, pride of the legal league, would be wet, but not muddy. Fortunately, I have yet to test that. But still, your point is well taken. Can you prove that the surface of the bridge was muddy that day? The surface of the bridge, huh? I don't know, can I? How's it going, real Vonk? Yes, AIDS attorney in this economy. Ha! Wouldn't stand for a taunt like this. Neither would a real woman. Of course I can. I can? Oh shit. Here's the evidence that proves the surface of the bridge was muddy. This? The scarf, right? Okay. I was worried you were gonna make us think like her shoes. The evidence is this scarf. Ah. It should be obvious. If the scarf fell onto the bridge and got this muddy, it means that the bridge was obviously covered in mud. No, I can't be outwitted by this novice bimbo. Hello? Same to you, buddy. You too are a bimbo. Miss Faye's assertion makes perfect sense to me. I do admit that there appears to be a contradiction between the condition of the victim's coat and her scarf. However, the real question is, why is there a contradiction? Huh? For every contradiction, there exists an explanation. Let's look at what the explanation in this case may be, shall we?
Alright. It's not like he's really giving me a choice here.
Nice VA. Oh my gosh, thank you. I'm trying my absolute hardest to voice 17 characters, and my range is quite limited. Edward introduced the evidence himself. What did I even say? I don't remember what happened. Ha! You're doing pretty well for a little— Shut up! Shut up, Diego!
Mr. Armando!
No matter what he says, contradiction always comes down to a law. It's either the victim discovered in the trunk, the witness's photo showing the defendant and the victim, or the witness's testimony that states she saw the moment of the murder. Just relax and think it over. It's pretty simple, isn't it? The false evidence. It's one of those three. It's all of them. All of them are fake. If what you said just now, I'm not sure like that.
That wasn't me, Your Honor. It was the coffee aficionado over there that said it.
This court is not in the habit of accepting false evidence, you know. Blame it on him, Your Honor. He's the one trying to slip false evidence. My internet be lagging a lot too. It's all good.
It's a no-brainer. Obviously, it's the witness that's suspicious. During his earlier testimony, the detective pointed out a crucial fact. The criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Now, is that testimony exactly what the witness claims to have seen?
Yeah, that's what the witness told us. My eye, it's itchy. It's itchy because someone's lying.
That testimony is filled with holes. After all, the victim's coat isn't dirty at all.
That's true. Ha, it's not just true. It's the truth. Same fucking thing. If there was a truly decisive witness in this case, I'm certain that boy Wonder over there would have called them in the first place.
Your Honor, the defense requests to cross-examine the eyewitness. The testimony presented so far is not only vague, but contradictory as well.
My eye. The lies. Well, Mr. Edward, it appears that we'll need to hear from your mystery witness after all. You should brace yourself for the brutal truth. Your Honor, the prosecution has no intention of hiding the witness from the court. We are prepared to present our witness at any time. Very well. Please bring forth your witness at this time.
What Mr. Edwards said kind of worries me. What does he mean by the brutal truth?
Mia, you are so pretty up close. Look at you, girl. Oh, you're serving. Look at you. Now, let's proceed with the testimony. Mr. Edward, please go ahead. Thank you, Your Honor. Prosecution summons the woman who saw the events that day with her very own eyes.
This is it, Mia. The battle will begin. The battle begins here.
Witness, what is your name and occupation?
Shit. I knew it was her, but like shit. Seeing her,
you know what? It'll be easier on the throat.
Everyone is so silent that I can hear their hearts going pitter-patter.
Oh! When I look at you, how can I put it? You look as scrumptious as a double-double and a dozen what? A double-double and a dozen donut holes. I feel like I want to hurry up and hand out a verdict just to have a bite. Ew! That's no way to say— dude, you are an old man. She is a child.
Hey, not so fast.
That's disgusting. Everyone here is disgusting, except for Mia. As I said before, this witness is very sensitive and delicate. Oh, is very sensitive and delicate. I would ask the court to please exercise care when addressing her. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Mr. Edward. You are a true gentleman. Miss Faye, you could learn a lot from this man.
I'm not a gentleman. What? If he's such a gentleman, he sure doesn't act like one to me.
I feel like that's the least of your concerns, Mia.
Sir?
Hey, yes, my dear.
This is my first time, so I'm sure I'll make a lot of mistakes. Anyway, I just wanted to say I'm sorry for all the trouble I might have caused.
Not at all. There's no trouble at all.
Now then, my name is Melissa Foster.
What?
I'm a college student, a freshman in the literature department.
You were on the scene where the unfortunate event occurred, correct?
And you were the one who took this photo? Is that accurate? How can you be so mean? How could you accuse me of taking a photo?
Now see here! What are you doing shoving it in your face like that?
Huh? It's just a photograph. It's not like it's something dangerous.
Next time I'll be forced to penalize you!
Uh-oh. I don't like the turn this is taking. Is she staring at me? And you would be? Huh? I'm the defense attorney. My name is Mia Fey. I see. So you are...
Oh. Now then, young lady, could you please give your testimony?
Yes, Your Honor. I'll do my best.
You stupid paper fucking butterflies. Get them away. Get them out of here. They're fucking fake as hell. They don't even have antennas on them.
I was using my camera to take some pictures of wildflowers. And then, I noticed that there were two people standing up on this ascension bridge. Suddenly, they just started fighting. That's when I hurried and took the photo that shows the crucial moment. Right after that, I called the police.
They definitely looked like they were fighting on that bridge. I thought you were a boy? Yeah, I get that a lot. By the way, where were you standing when the incident occurred? I believe the map would be of help here.
I was standing right over here. I was standing in that beautiful field, surrounded by tall cliffs.
A small but powerful model. Alright then, Miss Faye. Time for your cross-examination. But I warn you, make the witness cry again and you'll feel the wrath of my gavel.
Okay, well, I'm gonna make you feel the wrath of my fucking foot. Like, what do you think you're the only one who can throw threats around here?
Let me save real quick. Oh, wait. Okay, made the fucking same excuse that I jokingly made. Shut the fuck up. That's right. Don't drag the witness down to your level.
Why did you take a photo? Well, the two of them were really going at it. Ever since I was a little girl, I always wanted to be a news reporter. I
abandoned my boyhood dreams. I still use my grandson to test my comedy routines on.
So you wanted to be a comedian, huh? Not that it has any bearings on this. All I could do was use my camera. So I took the photo of the crucial moment and gave it to the police.
Well, that's a lie because this photo clearly shows them doing buttfuck nothing but standing.
Witness, when you said that you took a photo of the crucial moment, is this what you meant? All I can see in this photo are two people facing each other. You testified that you saw the two of them starting to fight. Normally, that's the kind of thing we would refer to as a crucial moment. Why haven't you presented a photo like that? Well, you see...
The photo we presented was the only one there was.
But if you really wanted to capture the crucial moment, then what happened next? You must have taken a photo of it.
Oh! My apologies, young lady. But Miss Faye's assertion is not without a certain amount of merit.
He can certainly downplay a situation, can't he?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm a very bad girl. I used it all up. The film, I mean.
You ran out of film.
This photo was the last one. What?
Unfortunately, that is the truth. I personally examined all the photographs she took that day. All the other photos of the witness herself and playing among the wildflowers.
The witness herself? Then who took the photos? Well, you see, my camera has a timer feature built into it. So you took photos of yourself?
I remember taking some photos of myself once too.
Please, no details.
He could have been a strapping, handsome young man. Canadians can be handsome. Seems that Miss Faye's assertion was not so decisive after all.
Well, wait! Just wait a minute!
Well, if she had no film left, she couldn't very well take more pictures, eh?
Miss Foster, perhaps then you could tell us about a different sort of photo. Photos of the incident that you took with your very own eyes. Shut the hell up.
Mr. Edgeworth, you're quite the poet.
Very well then, let's get back to the cross-examination. Let's hear your thoughts on the fight that you witnessed.
Yes, Mr. Judge.
Boy, this guy is really a sucker for sweet talk.
Ha! It looks like the other kitten in the room is the one that's getting all the attention.
Yeah, it's sickening. Yeah, why would anyone pay attention to me? I was using the camera to take some pictures of the wildflowers. I didn't realize we were still gonna be on this. Oh shit, what the hell was that? That was a new statement! I didn't realize. That was like a fucking. It was the same testimony, but they added a new statement. No one told me there was a new statement. So you're saying Sergeant Hawthorne wasn't able to get away from him?
Well, it's a narrow bridge, and it was swaying back and forth. If you ask me, both of them were in danger of falling off. I only wish I could have done something to help her.
That seems to make sense.
I wonder about that. Something here seems kind of off.
Ha! Does it now? You have a good sixth sense. When you feel that something's off, that's when you need to figure out why.
Terry falls into the criminal. Then there must be something strange in that girl's testimony.
Be careful, kitten. That girl has a judge wrapped around her little finger. You're going to have a tough time poking holes in the testimony of hers.
You're gonna have to come up with something really good, Mia. Okay, what the hell was the statement that I pressed on just now? The victim turned around and tried to run away. She only got about 10 yards before she was stabbed in the back. 10 yards. If that's 5 yards, how am I supposed to measure this? 5 yards. Okay, I use my fingers. 10 yards out on that bridge would lead to the hole on the bridge, which she would fall to her death. Is that the contradiction? Are we using actual? I mean, there must be a reason why they put 5 yards right on the map. Witness, your testimony is a joke.
Huh? Well, what? But I just...
Miss Faye, I thought I warned you not to make the witness cry.
She stopped crying. She wasn't crying. She wasn't crying in her last sprite. And 2 bad contradictions. There's no possible excuse.
You say that there were.
It's simple. Just take a look at the diagram of the area. According to her testimony, the 2 of them were in the middle of the bridge.
Oh, she said that they were in the middle? Even worse then.
But if they were, and the victim had turned around and tried to run, well then,
she would have hit a dead end.
Wait a minute. This bridge that people have access to is broken? Why is it not closed off if it's broken? Why would they? Well, I mean, they were standing on it for a reason, but shouldn't this have been closed off? You said 10 yards, but she couldn't have run even 5 because Dusky Bridge is collapsed on that side.
What does all this mean?
It's very simple, Your Honor. This charming little witness told a charming little lie. That's all there is to it.
This beautiful young lady had been lying to the court? Just a moment, Your Honor.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Your Honor, allow me to personally apologize for the confusion. I've updated the autopsy report. What do you mean? There's one major mistake in this diagram.
What did you say?
Really, because this diagram was made after the incident occurred. It's a very old bridge. We couldn't find any official blueprints of it. So you're saying? I'm saying that even though this bridge is currently in disrepair, There's no evidence that can prove that the bridge was broken during the incident. Oh my god.
That's ridiculous!
You can't actually tell the condition of the bridge from this photo. I apologize to the court for not being more clear when I presented the evidence. Boo. Lame. In fact, I would have no choice but to support what his said, because then there would be no reason to close off the bridge. It wasn't broken before. Ha. That guy is good.
Huh? What do you mean?
He planned it from the beginning. He's a genius, alright. That diagram of the bridge was his insurance policy.
What? That coward!
I'm so sorry. I should have been more careful myself.
No. It wasn't your fault at all. Now then, shall we go on with the trial? I'd like to establish, once and for all, what it was that the witness actually saw. Indeed. Alright, young lady. May I ask you to please proceed with your testimony?
But it's so hard to go on, smiley face.
We're on your side, Miss Foster. There's no need to worry. Just tell us what you saw.
Yes, sir.
Boo. Boo. What is she, like a pretty lady or something? I'm drinking something. I don't know why I clicked on it. If I knew I was gonna be drinking something.
Well, murder in the back. He quickly picked her up in his arms. Then he carried her over to the car. I suppose that was the only way he could make sure the body stayed hidden. He couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm only supposed to talk about what I saw.
Witnessing such violence must have been difficult.
Yes, sir. I am still shaken up.
If he accepts this testimony as it is, we're finished.
Don't say that!
Oh well. Maybe I'll stop off at my favorite cafe on the way home. They make a really great mocha latte.
This trial isn't over yet!
Ha! That's what I like to hear. Alright, Miss Faye. Your cross-examination, if you please.
The contradiction is staring you right in the face, Mia. Go on the attack.
You got it! Do I present the map? Okay, the contradiction being that he could have thrown a body over the bridge into the river so that the body could have never been found. Blah blah blah.
A killer not wanting his victim to be found? I can understand that. However, the idea of moving the body for that purpose is clearly odd. There was a much easier way to make sure the body wasn't found.
Well, what is it?
Take another look at the map of the area and you'll see how.
Shouldn't have to fucking show this. We've seen it so many times. You could say they were on a bridge over a fucking river. Duh.
There's a river right below the bridge. Earlier, Mr. Edward pointed out something interesting about the river.
For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in there are never recovered.
In the kidnapping case 5 years ago, the victim—
Sure, if I care for the way you put that, Miss Faye. But I must admit, it does seem odd to not have thrown the body into the river. The internet's been acting up a little for some reason. Is it one of those things where it acts up every hour? Oh well.
No.
Well, Mr. Edward. Sigh. How sad. Perhaps Miss Faye would do well to try to take a dip in the river herself. After all, you claim to be such an ex-nature.
What are you all talking about?
My point is that no matter how odd you may find the killer's method of body disposal, the fact is that this is what the killer did. None of your arguments have anything to do with what the witness saw. Quite true. Miss Faye, seems that your assertion is without merit after all.
But what the witness claims to have seen is totally ridiculous.
Surely you can't deny that. The body was found in the trunk of the car. It certainly consistent with what the witness had told us. Please, witness, go on with your testimony.
I'll try.
All you have to do is tell us only what you saw. Otherwise, the mean lady might yell at you again.
Who is he talking about?
Something about the trunk?
What did the man do then?
Well, naturally, he got in the car and was about to flee. That's when I came to my senses. I said to myself, you have to call the police.
And so that's when you call the police.
Sure that you saw all that with your own eyes?
Yes, I'm 100% certain.
Oh, there's a whole fucking cliffside that she can't see from there. I didn't realize it covered that much space. I thought it was only a little bit of a cliff. Sorry, stretching.
Well, Miss Foster, looks like you've done it this time.
Done what?
Made a crucial mistake.
A crucial mistake? Like what, Miss Faye?
The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. You're saying you saw that, right? With your very own eyes?
Yes, and?
It's simple, Miss Foster. Take a look at the diagram. The place you claim to have taken the photo from that day is here. Do you see what I mean? Even if you tried to see the car, this outcropping of rock is directly in the way. That's right, Miss Foster. From where you're standing, you could not have possibly seen the killer's car.
I admit that the as if you can't go and dispute that.
I'm so sorry, but that doesn't wash. I believe it was the witness who presented this as evidence to the court, yes? This is the location that the photo was taken from. Your own photo tells the whole story. You can clearly see the left side of the bridge. But the outcropping that is being referred to is really more to it. What? But the outcropping that is being referred to is really more like a cliff.
Ah!
Your view should have been completely cut off by this cliff. But still you claim to have been able to see the killer's car.
I mean, there's some dipping at that point in that area, but, you know, I'm also on Mia's side. Order in the court. What is the meaning of all this ballyhoo, whatever? Hullabaloo.
Your Honor, don't jump to any hasty conclusions. The fact that the escapee fled into a stolen car was reported on the news. After witnessing a murder, I'm sure you can appreciate that the witness is very upset. She must have heard about the stolen car and convinced herself that she saw it. But she was repeatedly warned before starting her testimony. She was told to testify only about what she saw with her own eyes.
Oh.
Mr. Judge?
What is it?
I think I must have remembered things wrong.
Hey, wait a minute! You can't just say that!
No. Miss Faye, no one on the face of the planet is perfect. My sirens, or my sirens, the sirens are going off. Yes indeed, quite true. You know what they say. To err is human, to forgive divine. Is that a saying? I'm inclined to give the benefit of the doubt to the witness here.
What? That's not fair!
Ha! Save the tears for later, kitten.
Mr. Armando,
Don't look back until the trial is over. Now is the time to go forward.
but that wasn't fair!
Okay, kitten, you need to relax. Then, you need to remember the other kitten's testimony.
The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there.
So tell me, how did she know that? How did she know that he broke into the trunk? Well, Miss Foster, until you can explain how you knew that, you're going to have a lot of very suspicious people on this side of the courtroom.
I'm certain that he broke into the trunk because there were marks left on the trunk lid. I'm certain that there were scratch marks from when he broke into it.
What? Let me see that photo. It's true. They certainly look like scratch marks around the keyhole. I don't know if they call them scratch marks. They kind of look like someone like clawed into them, but it's obvious that this trick has been broken open. Well, Miss Faye, are you satisfied?
The judge is on her side. I can't make any mistakes here. What she just said. Is there a contradiction in there somewhere? Well...
Oh, I thought this was her photo. That's not her photo. This is her photo of them standing on the bridge. The crime photo is not from her. This crime photo is from the police, presumably.
Melissa Foster, it looks like you finally betrayed yourself.
What?
You said that you were in the field taking photos of wildflowers. But even so, you knew about the scratches. The question is when? When did you get a chance to see those scratches? This was...
She put the corpse in herself, or she's the owner of the car. They stole. No, the car was stolen by a couple or something. So it was a couple's car or something.
There's only one way that the witness had the chance to see those scratches.
Yes? What is it?
Naturally, when she opened the trunk and stuffed the corpse in herself. The person who really hid the body in the trunk of the car was Melissa Foster. It was you that did it, wasn't it?
That's ridiculous! I could never! It was the man in the prison garb! He's the one that...
I don't think so, Miss Foster. If Mr. Falls had been the one who put the corpse in the trunk, he would have simply used the car key. There was no need to break it open.
But he stole the car!
He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light, which means that the key would have still been in the ignition.
Yeah, how would he have driven the fucking car if he didn't have the key? Idiot. Stupid. What the hell is this argument?
Oh, I see.
My frames! My frames! Come back! I see you're dropping! Come back! Stop acting up! Why can't you just act normal? Come back! Stop dropping! Get back up! I'm gonna wait patiently for my frames to come back.
Now's your chance, Mia. Finish this thing. On the contrary, I'm not so certain about that anymore, Mr. Edgeworth. There's no need to think too deeply about it. What I'm saying is that the shutter for this may not have been pushed by Miss Foster herself. Let's take another look at this camera and see what features it has, shall we? It has a timer built into it, even a mini tripod. Why, it's almost as if she had brought this camera just to take this picture.
What are you trying to say then, Miss Faye? That when the crime occurred, Miss Foster wasn't in the field as she claimed?
Well, if she really did use the camera's auto timer, then the answer is yes. She was somewhere else. Exactly. She was not in the field.
Would the defense please explain further? Listen, this is a crucial point. Where was Miss Foster when the incident occurred? In answering that question, we'll also make clear Miss Foster's true identity. Well then, please answer this question. Where was Melissa Foster when the incident on the bridge occurred?
Am I supposed to... I mean, I know the details of it.
And I'm pretty sure if I didn't know the details of it, I would have said somewhere around here. But this... Am I thinking too far ahead? Nope, okay.
Naturally, the witness is right here.
But that's where the victim, Miss Hawthorne, was standing. Order! Order! Miss Faye! What on earth?
Your Honor, if I may. After parting with the victim on the bridge, the defendant fled by car. But this would mean that there was no time to put the victim in the trunk. In other words, if someone put the body in the trunk, it could have only been before the defendant met the victim.
How asinine! Of course Mr. Falls met with the victim. The only person with the opportunity to have put the victim in the trunk is the same man that killed her, Terry Falls.
You still don't understand, do you, Mr. Edgeworth? By the time the witness's photos was taken, the victim was already dead. The person in the photo was not Valerie Hawthorne.
What? I've never heard anything more ridiculous in my entire life. Then who exactly is the victim in this photo?
It's obvious, isn't it? It's your own witness! When would she have put the body in the trunk?
Wait!
It's the only possible explanation. The woman that Mr. Falls met on the bridge that day, it was you, Melissa Foster.
Me?
Let's remember that it was rainy and foggy on the mountain that day. Mr. Falls himself believed that the woman in front of him was Valerie Hawthorne.
But the defendant knew Valerie Hawthorne very well. After all, she was the woman whose testimony helped get him convicted.
But since then, my client has spent 5 hard years in federal penitentiary. He couldn't remember exactly what she looked like anymore.
You were just making. Where is your proof?
I've got it all right here. This piece of evidence will blow this case wide open. At the time of the incident, Mr. Falls had forgotten what Valerie Hawthorne looked like. Do I present this or do I present the note?
Okay.
Mr. Falls had forgotten the victim's face. That's why he needed some piece of identification. Name. It was Mr. Falls who requested that she wears this scarf to identify herself. That's already been proven by the note the victim left. In other words, as long as you were wearing a scarf like he asked, anyone could have pretended to be Valerie Hawthorne. Well, what do you have to say to that, Melissa Foster?
Oh my gosh, she's dead, rip. Where's Miss Foster?
She's collecting herself in the lobby.
Eh.
It's obvious that Melissa Foster did it. She hid the body in the trunk and disguised herself as the victim. She set up the camera to snap a fake photo of them together.
The only question is, why did she do it?
Well, isn't it obvious? She's the real culprit.
Ha. Well, we'll have to wait for Miss Foster to compose herself before we start again. Until then, this court is in recess. The defense and the prosecution are both to wait in their respective lobbies.
Yes, Your Honor.
Understood. Very well. This court is in recess. Ooh-wee. To be continued.
Save.
Save. Alright. Keep on going. I am determined to finish this chapter, or this case today. I hope I can do it.
Mr. Falls, I'm sorry!
I wanna say thanks. You're real good. You really hooked me up. Hooked you up?
Thanks. Once I prove that she committed the crime.
Yeah, but there's one more big obstacle you got to get past.
Obstacle?
Yeah, motive. Why would Melissa Foster kill that policewoman anyway?
Motive, huh?
Anyway, we're still badly in need of information.
Information. Right.
What we need the most is info about this Melissa Foster herself. All we know is that she's a student studying literature. And one more thing.
What is it?
Well, the incident that happened 5 years ago, of course. The kidnapping murder case that Zebra Boy is on death row for.
You can't call him Zebra Boy. His stripes are blue, man.
I didn't do nothing. I ain't killed nobody. I never lie.
Mr. Falls, in that case, tell us more about it. About what happened 5 years ago.
Oh my god, his eyes. Just like then, 5 years ago. Like it could fall apart. Fall apart any minute.
So it's been broken like that for at least 5 years.
Ha! Sorry, buddy, but you sound like the one that could fall apart at any minute. True. I did kidnap her. 5 years ago. I kidnapped my girlfriend, Dahlia Hawthorne.
Your girlfriend? Huh?
Hey, hold on there. Did you say Hawthorne?
The victim's last name.
Dahlia Hawthorne. Valerie's little sister.
What? Are you serious?
The girl.
The girl, let her go.
Shut up! Come closer! I kill her!
Sorry, but you're not going to get the chance.
Oh my god, look at her. She's just a little baby.
The detective back then was Valerie Hawthorne. At first I thought shooting someone for a kidnapping was crossing the line, but if it was to protect her little sister, I can understand why she did it.
Wrong! No, protect sister! Valerie, betray me! Betray us!
What do you mean she betrayed you?
Everything! All lies! All make-believe! Kidnapping too!
A make-believe kidnapping?
Dahlia, my guess.
Anything Dahlia says. Hold on a minute. What you're saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by...
Yeah, me and Dahlia. And Valerie too.
Valerie was in on it?
Dahlia's family, rich, jewelry business. We get one jewel. That's what we thought. Me and Dahlia wrote kidnap note. We sent to Dad. Asked for $2 million diamond. Tell him to make exchange on Dusky Bridge. It transferred cause she knew detective. Having a police detective in your pocket is a useful thing, alright. In the end, you were planning on splitting the 2 million three ways, huh? Yeah, but the woman... That woman, Valerie, she do it for real. She shoot at me for real. Me and Dahlia. I was shot in the arm. Dahlia, she jump in river.
Jump? You don't mean she jumped on purpose, do you?
I couldn't do it. I could never push her. Anyway, I blacked out. I woke up with police all over. And that's when they decided to give you the death sentence. I couldn't believe it. That woman, she...
That man, Terry Falls, he killed her. He threw her off the bridge. He threw my beloved sister into the roaring river 40 feet below. I'm saying this to a courtroom of nobody. Someone will listen to me.
These 5 years, all I wonder is, why? Why does she lie? That's all I want to know. So that's why you called her. You wanted to hear the truth from Valerie herself. Yes, but I forget what she looked like, so I tell her to wear scarf. I don't want to hurt her. Just ask why. Why? Why did you lie? Why did you betray me? I just want to hear answer come from her mouth. That's all.
So that's why. That's why you made a crazy escape like that.
Just one thing, my senses are tingling all over. Tell me, Mr. Falls, where is it?
Huh? Where's what?
Come on now, kid. The ransom. The $2 million diamond. Remember that now? Did you give it back to Pops? Did the police take it? They don't know.
Huh? You don't know?
No, really. I don't know. It's gone with Dahlia.
With Dahlia?
That day, on the bridge. Dahlia put it in backpack. Now gone. With Dahlia. Gone forever. Into Eagle River.
It disappeared with Dahlia, huh? Wait a minute.
You can come back in now. We're about ready to go.
Mr. Falls, just one more question. Do you mean the diamond is still missing? Along with the body of Dahlia Hawthorne.
Never found her. My sweet Dahlia.
They never found her.
Swallowed by river. Gone. Dahlia. My teen angel. Your teen angel? How old was she anyway? Just 14.
Oh my god. 20 and 14. It's crazy. 14? I guess you were robbing cradles before diamonds. Jesus.
She plans a fake kidnapping and disappears into the river with a rock worth 2 mil. Man, oh man. Angels these days.
My god. Falls takes the fall and gets a one-way ticket to death row. Is Dahlia Hawthorne an angel? Or is she really a...
It's time, kitten. Looks like we have a few more races up our sleeves now.
You bet.
The court record. The training wheels come off now, Mia. You've got to strike while the iron's hot. That's one of my rules. Remember it. I don't need to remember your stinking rules. Now then, let's continue with the trial of Mr. Terry Falls. Witness, are you feeling better?
Yes, Your Honor. I'll try my best.
You're a brave young lady.
Not this again.
I can understand the defense lawyer wanted to get the client off the hook. However, to try to pin the crime on an innocent student is.
What are you talking about?
My witness is not the person on trial here. She's an innocent bystander who witnessed a violent crime. That's all. What possible reason would a girl like this have for murdering a policewoman? Certainly hard to imagine this woman as a murderer.
I figured that's what I had to establish next.
Miss Faye, do you have any evidence of a motive?
Yes, of course. I think.
Ha! You're still acting as tame as a kitten.
Mr. Armando.
Listen, a lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. Smiling on the outside while your guts are twisted in knots is the mark of a pro.
Maybe so, but I wish you would quit gritting at me like that.
Excuse me. May I speak, Mr. Judge?
Of course! Mr. Judge is ready anytime you like.
I'd like to say something. Some people here are suspicious of me, right? But that's why I at least wanted you, Mr. Judge, to know that it's not true.
I see. You're such an honest and upstanding young lady. Looks like this witness is a real professional.
What do you mean?
That 100-watt smile. Just when things are darkest for her, click, she lights right up. Very well then, let's hear what the witness has to say.
Malaysia Fascio history.
I was out of the country until a year before last. Until I entered college, I had never been to Eagle Mountain before. And I certainly don't have any reason for wanting to hurt a police officer. Holding a grudge and killing the officer who testified against you 5 years ago. Or kidnapping a poor girl. I just think the defendant is a terrible, horrible monster.
Why does she know the details about that? Out of the country, eh? Precisely. Furthermore, she has no possible motive for committing murder. Indeed. We're up to bat, kitten. Sharpen those claws and put on your best smile.
You bet. So, what country were you living in then?
We were all living abroad, but after my parents were killed...
It was a brutal civil war. She had to try to make her way back home alone. What country were you in that were going through a civil war?
I lost everything. I didn't even have any personal identification.
What kind of sob story is this? What do I do? Should I press her for details?
Yeah, sure, why not? I don't know, I don't think I would get anything out of this.
Witness, answer my question. I'll even repeat it for you. What country were you in?
That doesn't matter. I thought you were gonna press her about the personal identification. Your Honor, this Luddish. What country she was in and how many languages she may speak are irrelevant here. What we're here to evaluate is whether this witness has any connection to this case.
I've lived abroad ever since I was a little girl. That's why I could never have known Mr. Falls or Detective Hawthorne.
Yes, I think we've established that point. Yes, indeed. Well then, shall we add what you just stated to the official testimony?
Yes, please, Mr. Judge.
I don't think I would have had anything. A bit smug. Oh, hello. All that. Okay, let me just press everything.
So what made you decide to go to Eagle Mountain anyway?
I just love being outdoors. Picnics, hiking, you know, that sort of thing.
You don't look like much of a hiker to me, but you do look like a digger of sorts.
Now, okay.
But Eagle Mountain is a 2-hour drive from here, and no trains run through there. There are plenty of mountains that are closer and easier to get to.
Well, I went there once with the college hiking club. I fell in love with its stark, desolate beauty and its cold yet romantic gloominess.
Didn't know you were such a goth. By the way, what's the name of your college? I don't care what her name of her college is. Prosecution objects to any questions that involve the witness's private life. All that matters is that she is a material witness to a crime. The witness doesn't need to respond to questions that are clearly malicious in intent.
Thank you! She's really gone too far asking about what college is. She's so fucked up!
Miss Faye, you're treading into the ice here.
I hardly said anything. Talk about sensitive. I certainly don't have any reason for wanting to hurt a police officer.
Perhaps, but your behavior that day was very suspicious.
Not only have you contradicted yourself in court, but you know things that you shouldn't. For example, the scratches on the trunk of the car.
Well, that's...
Unfortunately, Miss Faye, your last statement proves nothing.
No, really? And why is that?
The witness came to the police station once to identify the suspect. It's entirely possible that, at the time, an officer showed her this photo. That seems like a rather serious mistake. Ha! That's the oldest trick in the prosecutor's book.
That's not fair! That wicked inmate! I'll never be able to forget that horrible day.
Only a grudge in case I fight against you 5 years ago.
A grudge?
Well, the policewoman's testimony was crucial, wasn't it? Crucial in getting the defendant sentenced to death.
Yes, and that's precisely why he harbored such deep anger against her. So much anger that he forgot his own guilt.
My client has always maintained that he's innocent on those charges.
He seems rather forgetful. Your client, I mean. Not only did he forget about what he did, but he forgot the poor policewoman as well.
What do you mean by that?
Your client. He forgot what the detective looked like, right? It's too bad for her that he didn't forget about her testimony as well.
Well, she's right about that. Mr. Falls is kind of forgetful.
Press harder.
You said he forgot what the detective looked like. What do you mean by that?
Well, he couldn't tell who she was without some kind of identification, right?
Quite right. That's why the victim was wearing a scarf as identification.
Why, if I had been wearing a white scarf that day, then he probably would have tried to kill me.
That's true. He's clearly a bitter man.
This is bad. Mr. Falls' reputation is just getting worse and worse. Deep. What should I do with that last statement?
Add it to the testimony.
Your Honor, what the witness said just now was tremendously important. I'd like it added to the official testimony.
The prosecution has no objections. After all, the defendant is a killer, and a mentally unbalanced one at that. That testimony only helps to further prove that point.
No, that's not why I...
Enough. Witness, if you would.
My pleasure, Mr. Judge.
How's it going, Urban? I guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf. Is she not supposed to know that it was a white scarf? Okay.
It's true. Mr. Falls did give instructions to Valerie Hawthorne about their meeting. The note that she left said, "Wear white scarf for identification."
Yes, what about it?
Isn't it obvious? Doesn't it strike you as odd? That note was a secret piece of evidence. How is it that the witness knows about it?
Order! Order! It is odd, isn't it? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, did you show top secret evidence to the witness? Your Honor, I certainly never gave anyone permission to do such thing.
In that case, the only way the witness could have known about the note would be...
Just a moment! Of course I didn't know about the note! It's just... I saw it when it happened, with my own eyes. When I went to see the killer, she used her own scarf to signal him. That's why I assumed that the signal was a white scarf.
I suppose that makes sense.
Come on, Mia. You can't let her weasel out of it that easily. Witness, sorry, but your explanation isn't going to work here.
But why? It's true! That's what I saw!
Impossible. There's no way you could have seen the victim use a white scarf to signal him. His scarf was blue! You said several times in your testimony that the victim was wearing a scarf. A white scarf, correct?
Yes! Is something wrong?
That's what I'd like to know, Miss Foster. Have a look at this. It's the victim's scarf.
I'm trying to remember what happened before this point. We took on the case to defend Terry Falls, who 5 years ago was indicted of kidnapping and murder charges, and he was put on death row. And he recently broke out of a police wagon to meet up with the police officer who originally gave crucial testimony to put him in jail. He wanted to meet up with her at the bridge where the incident 5 years ago occurred. It happened, and she's for some reason dead, found stabbed in the back in the trunk of a stolen car. Witness in front of us was the one who took a picture of them meeting on the bridge and claims that she is uninvolved, but she has given testimony to indicate that she was in the vicinity of where they were, knew about details that she shouldn't have known about. Okay, I think that's enough for here.
I'm sure people would disagree about what to call this color. However, it certainly is not white.
No one's gonna disagree on the fact that it's a fucking blue scarf. What the fuck?
You knew what the note said!
She knew the contents of the note. No!
It says, wear white scarf for identification. That's the reason why you said it was white. Well, Miss Foster?
No!
Order! Order! Mr. Edward, I'm waiting for an explanation. I'm quite sure this note wasn't leaked to the public.
And yet, this witness knew exactly what the note said. At the time of the murder, the number of people that knew were quite limited. Terry Falls is one. The person who wrote the note, Valerie Hawthorne, is another. And finally, a person.
Did you say one more person? That's right. A person that no one would have suspected. Have you figured it out, kitten? Excuse me.
Yep. The third person that knew the content of the note was... that person, Dahlia Hawthorne.
This silhouette picture looks really cool of Dahlia. Dahlia Hawthorne. I've never heard that name before.
Look at the victim's note. This is what it says. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time. There is her name, right there.
But what's this? So who's this person? This Dahlia Hawthorne. Miss Faye must be desperate if she's trying to bring the dead back to life. The dead? Dahlia Hawthorne was the victim's deceased younger sister. She was killed in a crime scene 5 years ago. Or in a crime 5 years ago. Killed in the crime scene. Killed in a crime? You know what I mean? Yes, she was kidnapped and killed by Terry Falls.
You said she was killed. But was she really?
What are you implying?
Of course, people thought she had died 5 years ago, when she fell off the Dusky Bridge and was lost in the Eagle River. However, her corpse was never found.
She was declared legally dead 5 years ago. As far as the law is concerned, Dahlia Hawthorne is officially dead.
But the fact remains that her body was never recovered. Dahlia Hawthorne was 14 years old 5 years ago. If she were still alive, she would be 19 now. Melissa Foster? I believe that's the same age you are. I need to get a haircut. But I am. That's precisely what I'm saying. This witness before us is the girl that was kidnapped and killed 5 years ago. This girl is in fact Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
What? Who would have guessed? Ha! Nice work. That was like tossing a grenade into a 3-alarm fire. But unless you can tie all the You're nothing but a hit-and-run arsonist.
I understand. If I can expose her true nature, I can turn this whole case on its head. And now's my chance to make Mr. Edgeworth squirm.
Witness, just who are you anyway?
I'm...
I didn't think it'd come to this. That's enough. Not to say any more, witness.
Yes, I understand.
What? Mr. Edward, explain yourself. Your Honor, I have an admission to make. I honestly this far. You don't mean... Yes, the prosecutor's office isn't filled with fools, you know. Naturally, we conduct full background checks on all of our witnesses.
What did he say?
Ha! Looks like the kid knew. He knew her true identity from the get-go.
No way! But then why?
If you hadn't revealed her secret, he wasn't going to say anything about it. All he wanted was her testimony, so he made a little trade. Let me introduce you to the victim's younger sister, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Bet. I thought she died 5 years ago. They also put her on the stand here with a fake name and identity the entire time. Is that not like against the rules? If he knowingly did that, that's kind of there's got to be some rule breaking there, Edward. We thought so as well, but well, as you can see.
Why did she hide her identity for 5 years?
That has nothing to do with the current case. She was merely an accidental witness to a crime.
Accidental? I don't believe that for a minute. For the last 5 years, she's been playing the role of a victim. Now we find her acting suspiciously at the scene of another murder.
I like your Canadian accent, thanks. I'm not good at anything. I'm trying real hard. There's so much voices to differentiate. Really, Miss Faye, I must say, your strategy here is painfully obvious. You're trying to pin your client's crime on an innocent witness in order to win. At any cost.
How dare you!
Please, let us take a moment to think. 5 years ago, this girl was kidnapped and nearly killed. But even worse than that, 5 years later, Dahlia Hawthorne lost something much more precious. Her big sister. Miss Faye must be insane to even suggest that she murdered her.
What?
I'm inclined to agree with the prosecutor's logic. Miss Faye, do you have any evidence to back up your assertion? What possible reason could this witness have for killing her beloved sister?
Well, you see, I thought I was winning, but somehow he's turned it around on me.
Ha! I think you need a little push in the right direction, kitten. The defense is prepared to present evidence supporting our claim.
That wasn't me. It was this guy, this coffee addict.
I think we've heard enough empty threats from you, old man. Oh my god. Ha! What makes you think they're empty, boy? Because your protege looks like she's sweating bullets.
I am sweating bullets.
You think you're in a tough spot, huh?
Of course, aren't I?
No. You've just arrived at the moment of truth, that's all. Whether you win or lose, that's up to you.
Up to me.
The rashness of youth. How charming.
This coming from someone younger than me.
Now then, let's not waste any more time. Miss Faye, what motive would this witness have for murdering her own sister, Valerie Hawthorne? Well, there's it's like one or two things. This, is it the diamond? Okay. I wasn't sure if I was supposed to present this yet. What is this? It's the defense's idea of a joke. If so, I certainly don't get the punchline. Well, Miss Faye.
Oh, that was the rashness of youth.
Was that wrong? The rashness of youth. Ah, I was wrong! Ah! Why did it go away looking like it was right then? God damn it. That would have stayed hidden 5 years, kitten. There must be a good reason for that. And somehow involved... Yeah. Okay. I got it. You stupid bitch. You played me. You tricked me.
The story starts after Terry Falls escaped. He called Valerie and told her he wanted to meet. This is the note that she left. It says, talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time, the whole truth must come out. Valerie Hawthorne gave Dahlia a warning. She told her she was going to reveal to the world the whole truth. You know, even if she was meticulous with her note writing, it's weird that she would leave that Valerie would have left a note meeting with the escapee, giving the time, location, identification, all that. But why did she feel the need to write a note that she had to talk to Dahlia about the truth? Why does she need to leave that on a top secret memo at the office? Isn't that weird? Because then it would just be her other coworkers reading that part. Like she was gonna forget. She told her she was going to reveal to the world the whole truth. The whole truth? There was a dangerously important secret between Valerie and Dahlia. Sorry, I forgot how to pronounce the name. That's the reason Dahlia felt she had to kill Valerie. To keep her mouth shut permanently. A terrific story, Miss Faye. If you like fiction, that is. Enlighten the court, Miss Faye. What was the secret that was so important? Where's your evidence? Dahlia and Valerie... oh my god, I keep getting their names mixed up. Dahlia and Valerie Hawthorne and Terry Falls. There's between the Hawthorne sisters. Very well. I'll grant your request for the further testimony. I know it'll be painful for you, but can you enlighten us once more with my little maple leaf?
Yes, I'll try, Mr. Judge.
Putting on the old charm one more time, Dahlia. But this will be the last time you hide behind your womanly wiles.
She shot Mr. Falls in the arm.
Left her emotionally scarred. With her sister's help, she left the Hawthorne family and started all over again. And we're to believe, after all that, she murdered her sister? Preposterous. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Miss Faye. Yes, Your Honor? As you've heard, the witness is still traumatized from the kidnapping. I'll ask you again to be extremely gentle in your cross-examination. Mr. Edgeworth got the jump on me again. Ha! If we're not allowed to fight, then let's twist some arms. Listen up. We've still got that info. Ace up our sleeve. What info? Come on, kid. Don't say you've forgotten already. The fact of the kidnapping 5 years ago was staged. That's right. It was a fake kidnapping. Terry Falls told us that in the lobby. I'd do anything she said. Anything Dahlia says. What you're saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by... Yeah, me, Dahlia, and Valerie too. Yes, that's it. The fake kidnapping is your best shot, Mia. That's her secret. Do I have to press shit? Or can I just present? Should I present? Hang on. Because behind the back of the bridge, it shows that it falls onto like dirt or rock and not water, so... Okay, I'm good. You say that Mr. Fall pushed you into the Eel River. However, that's hard to believe.
But it's true. I felt a push on my back. I'm certain of it. It was Mr. Falls.
I'm sorry. I guess I wasn't clear enough. I shouldn't have said that's hard to believe. I should have said that's impossible.
Impossible?
Wait, hold on 1 second. I wanted to see something. Okay, never mind. I just wanted to see how the ropes were on the bridge. I asked that the court recall the condition of Dusky Bridge. Now and 5 years ago. That bridge hasn't changed one bit in the last 5 years. Why has no one fixed it? How do you have this bridge's access to people be broken like this and have it still be accessible? That doesn't make any sense. Why has no one fixed it? If someone had pushed you from behind, you've claimed. Instead of being carried away by the river, you would have been smashed by the bedrock below. Most certain death. Do you understand now, Dahlia Hawthorne? The very notion that my client pushed you from behind is impossible. Your Honor, this event occurred 5 years ago. Why, for all we know,
The water level in the river may have been higher back then.
But it's 40 feet from the bridge to the river. A small change in the water level wouldn't have made a difference.
It could have been a big water change. You're right. If the events occurred just as the witness has testified, then the defendant couldn't have pushed the witness into the river. Young lady, what is the meaning of this?
You see,
Just a moment, Your Honor. It is true that the witness testified that the defendant pushed her into the river. However, she never stated that she fell from the back end of the bridge.
But what do you mean?
After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off on the side of the bridge. If that's true, she would have fallen into the river. Well, Miss Hawthorne, is Mr. Edwards' explanation correct?
now that you mention it, I do remember now. When I fell off the bridge, my skirt got caught on one of the bridge's side wires. You can't be serious!
Order! Order in the court! Seems Miss Faye's assault has finally reached its conclusion.
Not now, Mia. This is no time to retreat. Unfortunately for you, this is just the start of Miss Faye's assault.
What?
I believe your reasoning went something like this, Mr. Edgeworth. After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. However, I'm forced to say that's impossible.
Ridiculous! What's so impossible about it?
Because your flawed logic, blah blah blah.
Do I show this off the bridge?
Your Honor, all of the answers are right here in this photo. Take a look at the wires supporting both sides of the bridge. They extend up to about 5 feet off the ground. It would be impossible to push someone off from there.
No!
But let's remember the size and strength of the defendant. Wires like this wouldn't be a problem for him. He could have easily picked up the 14-year-old girl and thrown her over. What kind of panic? How could that be a panicking move? So young and already so forgetful, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Falls had been shot in the right arm.
And more importantly, Valerie Hawthorne had her gun trained on him at point-blank range. So, Mr. Falls throwing the witness off the bridge? That's clearly impossible.
Yeah! Order! Order! What is the meaning of this?
Dahlia Hawthorne, you jumped into the Eel Reaver intentionally.
What? What is this? Why did he roar? Indeed. What do you mean by such a ridiculous remark?
Yes, it's ridiculous! My sister was there to help me! She had her gun and handcuffs! She could have saved me! Jumping into a raging river like that would have been suicide!
Perhaps, but still, that's exactly what you did. You were probably confident that you could handle the swift current. But even more so, the witness had a much more compelling reason for jumping into the river.
Oh, then what was it? What was so important that she'd want to jump into the river?
The witness is still alive. This fact alone explains everything. This is why she risked her life by jumping into the rapids of the Eagle River.
Excuse me. I'm tired. I did not talk about anything in the beginning of the stream. All I've done is play this game. To answer your question.
5 years ago, something else disappeared along with Dahlia that day. The item that Valerie brought up to the mountains with her. The two...
Oh, so the idea is that she brought up the diamond, and then they passed over the diamond for Dahlia to put it in her backpack? And then they still hold her up? What was gonna be their getaway? Never mind. I don't want to think too much about it. No, it can't be.
Yes, Dahlia had it all planned from the beginning. The $2 million. She was going to keep it all for herself. She forced Mr. Falls to help her fake the kidnapping. At the last minute, she betrayed him and threw herself into the river, with the ransom tucked away safely in her backpack. Why is that's simply ridiculous!
Order! Order!
Your Honor, 5 years ago, the witness was only 14 years old. Do you really think that a 14-year-old is capable of such a demonic plan? This woman is a demon! And there was one more person who helped make a demon out of her. Her sister, Valerie Hawthorne.
You mean the victim was involved in the kidnapping plot as well?
But she was a detective then. You're saying she participated in her sister's kidnapping. Precisely. I'm sure that it weighed heavily on her conscience for the past 5 years. This is the sole reason behind the victim's murder.
What do you mean by that?
On the day of the murder, after receiving the phone call from Mr. Falls, Valerie called her sister, Dahlia. And then she told her what she was planning to do.
Planning to do?
She was going to tell the whole truth, as she wrote in her note. That is what sealed Valerie Hawthorne's fate. That is when you catched your demonic plan to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. A plan that would ensure neither of your accomplices to the kidnapping would talk. And that is why you killed your sister, Valerie Hawthorne.
Who's that? Who's laughing at a type like this?
Forgive me. It's just hilarious.
Witness? Is that you?
You amuse me, woman. Miss Mia Fey. You can certainly weave an exciting tale. Naturally, you have the evidence to back it up, don't you?
Evidence?
Evidence that I planned the kidnapping, of course. That at 14, I plotted it with Mr. Falls and my sister. Well, And one more thing. What happened to the $2 million diamond? If you can't provide evidence to at least show that.
Well, Miss Fey.
I don't know. What a joke. You, Miss Fey. Are you stupid or something?
Damn, she really called you stupid.
How can I prove a fake kidnapping that happened 5 years ago? I don't even have decisive proof of Valerie Hawthorne's murder.
Well, it seems that we've come to the end. To be honest, the witness's behavior does raise certain suspicions. However, I am forced to reject the assertions made by the defense.
Of course you are.
Is this it? Is it really over? Talk about it.
Ha! Without evidence, the trial is over? Who decided that?
Mr. Armando?
Come on now, kitten. Haven't you figured out that you can make your own rules? For example, even if there's no evidence, there's still testimony.
Testimony?
On the day in question, Dahlia Hawthorne murdered her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. She hid her body in the trunk of Mr. Fall's stolen car and then went to meet with him. Disguised as her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. That's what you think, right?
Yes, that's right.
In that case, there's only one answer, right? There's only one person left who can testify about Valerie Hawthorne's murder.
Since there's no proof, there's only one thing left to do. Who is the one person who could testify to the demon woman's crimes?
Our client!
Your Honor, the defense wishes to call witness.
A new witness?
Yes, we would like to hear the testimony of Terry Falls.
The defendant?
There's only one person that can shed any further light on the situation. Only one person that knows what Dahlia's role in the kidnapping was. Only one person that can say whether the person in the photo is Valerie Hawthorne, or whether it was in fact her younger sister Dahlia, disguised as her. There's only one person who can solve this riddle once and for all. And that person is Terry Falls. Boom, 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 boom.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what is your take on this? Why not? The prosecution has no objections. Very well. Bailiff, bring the defendant to the witness stand.
This is my last chance, Mr. Falls. My last chance to establish Dahlia's guilt. You're all I have left.
I don't believe it. No way. Dahlia died 5 years ago. Valerie betrayed me.
Mr. Falls, I don't know what she said to you 5 years ago, but one thing is clear. Dahlia is very much alive. And you were used for $2 million.
That's not true. Mr. Falls, there's only one question I want the answer to. 2 days ago on Dusky Bridge, who did you meet? Was it Valerie Hawthorne? Or was it Dahlia Hawthorne? Dahlia, did you betray me? 5 years ago, she promised never ever betray each other.
Terry.
Dahlia, it's true. You
don't trust me anymore? That makes me sad.
Tell the truth, the real truth. I believed in you.
I shouldn't need to say it. You should already know. But there is one thing that I will say. My life is in your hands right now, Terry.
Dahlia. I will allow Mr. Falls to testify once and once only. Well then, Mr. Falls, yours will be the final testimony in this trial. Witness! Ah! Yeah! I'm sorry, I apologize. Water, please, water. Huh? Katak, water. Ha! Oh well, I guess I'll have to be my coffee instead. At least it'll match the way he's probably feeling right now. Oof.
How does it end from here? I'm trying to think.
That day, 4 p.m., I stopped the car. I was in front of bridge. She wasn't there, so I waited on bridge. I watched my car from bridge. I never put nobody in that car. Finally, one woman came. She stood in front of me. We talked. Then she left. That was Valerie, not my Dahlia.
Mr. Falls, you're covering for her. Do you think that she would do the same for you?
That's enough, Miss Faye. His last statement was a fitting way to end the final testimony of the trial. Well then, Miss Faye, please proceed with your cross-examination.
Is this how you want it to end, Mr.
It's okay. Oh, I'm forgetting how it gets to the point where I'm thinking of. Save.
You were quite early, so you waited on the bridge, correct?
Yeah, I like waiting. I'm used to it. I'm sure he is. Zebra Boy waited 5 years to ask a single question. To find out why a woman betrayed him. To him. What else were you expecting him to do?
I suppose that's the obvious thing to do, but something's bothering me. I'm getting that feeling. A contradiction?
I wonder what's on the other side of that broken bridge anyway. No one lives there. There's a small shrine up on that mountain, but that's it.
Fucking car.
Oh wait. Yeah, if he was waiting on her and then they met up, she's shown to be standing on the side of the bridge where it's broken? He should have been here first. He would have seen her come up, right? Will this work? Yes. Okay.
So when you got to the bridge, no one had arrived, huh? So you waited on the bridge. You're sure of that?
Yeah, I'm sure.
You're sure, huh? Well, then I'm sure too, Mr. Falls. I'm sure that you're lying.
Oh, I would love to hear your rationale on this, Miss Faye.
You want to know who arrived at the bridge first? Just look at this photo. It's perfectly clear. Obviously, the person that came first would be the one at the end of the bridge, right?
But that's the victim at the end of the bridge.
Precisely my point. In other words, Mr. Falls, you must have arrived at the bridge after she did. Mr. Falls, please don't get so worked up. We just...
I got there around 4 o'clock. It's true. I had somewhere to go. A special place. Did you go to the special place before you went to the bridge? Yeah, it's an old temple, about 15 minutes from bridge. 5 years ago, me and Dahlia, we promised each other. We swore we wouldn't betray each other. She brought a memento to represent our love.
A memento?
5 years ago, it's a special memory for me. This is it. This is what I went to get. Why I still have it in my possession, I don't know, but apparently I still have it in my possession, even though they should have confiscated it when they arrested me again. This little bottle on the necklace is your memento. It's quite charming, but it looks empty.
Your Honor, you heard what my client said. He arrived at the scene at 4 o'clock. But he then left his car unattended and walked away. He was gone for approximately 30 minutes. With that much time, Dahlia Hawthorne could have easily hidden the body in the trunk of his car.
No! She's so strong. Dahlia's so strong to be able to lift the body into the trunk. Indeed, there certainly wasn't enough time for it.
I've still got a chance. Mr. Falls, there's no mistaking it. Huh?
That we can't trust each other no more. Then we're supposed to drink bottle. No! Stop the trial! Your Honor, we need a recess. I was stupid. I couldn't keep promise. So I did it. I drank this.
No! We were so close! Just a little more! I was gonna prove your innocence!
No, don't want that. Don't trust self. Maybe kill again. Kill sweet Dahlia again. Mr. Armando. Thanks for the coffee.
Mr. Falls!
So the good news is, seeing this as a grown-up is not as traumatizing. I remember when I was younger watching this the first time, seeing me go and spitting out. That scared me. Him starting the coughing, not realizing what was happening. That was traumatizing for me. For little old baby me.
And so my first trial ended. Suddenly and tragically. It ended with no winners. Only losers. I ended up with a wound that cut so deep into my soul. I'm sure it was the same for the young prosecutor as well. But one person, the true criminal, Dahlia Hawthorne, she left the courtroom with a secret smile on her demonically sweet face.
Stupid bitch. Unforgivable. That witch.
Mr. Armando.
We were so close to the truth. It was right there in front of us. You were just a little too soft, kitten.
It's my fault! It's all my fault that Mr. Falls killed himself!
Don't cry, kitten. You're going to make my coffee all salty.
I knew it! I knew I wasn't cut out for this!
Mia. Don't you get it? You can't cry yet. Ouchie. The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over.
Mr. Armando.
No matter how tough the case, no matter how bitter the memories, who's saying this? They always fade over time. Then you file them away and eventually forget them. I don't know who's saying this. Nick! 1 year later, in this very same courthouse, I, myself, got wrapped up in that case. Ooh. Only after that did Dahlia Hawthorne get put on trial for her crimes. Look at her butt. The verdict that was ultimately handed down to her was guilty, of course. Naturally, when the verdict was read, she had a perfect angelic smile on her face. It was finally all over. At least, that's what I thought at the time. Unfortunately, I couldn't have been more wrong. It's been 5 years, but now something has happened that's made me remember all of this.
That's the end of episode 4.
Or yeah, whatever that fucking case was. What was that? This game? The Ronda Light, whatever. Oh, save. Oh my god, I was saying no save. Having it all tied together in some way is really fun and really nice. But that is it for today. Rather than start off with the last case for like an hour or two, I'd rather just end it here. I don't think I ever got started properly on this one, even though I do own it. That's a good one. It's certainly better overall than Justice for All, I would say, because Justice for All has the Berry Circus, Shishito, the treasured Korean village heirloom, whose name means Seven Branch Sword. But this is good if you care about the characters, because there's a lot of, like, you know, lore to it, or there's a lot of, like, backstory to the characters. It is said that this sacred sword represents life itself. Though the branches may appear to be infinite, the choice is limitless. Like our destinies, the sword comes to but one end, one merciless point. Oh, I guess when the silver cord, the fragile thread that binds us to this world, is severed, case that opened up more lore about Korean village and stuff. I only just remembered it because the Vizno kids, aka Chris and Ash, are playing Justice for All while I watch as they play it, and they're at the case where they meet Pearl and stuff. It's nice. It's just nice having story stuff. But all right, I'll see you later, Maya. How do I title screen? Yes. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Soon enough, we'll come to the end of this trilogy, and then I can finally move on with my life with either more Ace Attorney or another game, maybe at some point. But yeah, pretty short stream today, but it's a stream. I'm alright. I at least got one case done. That's partially the reason why I did it today, is because since it was unplanned, I was like, well, I have a couple of hours to kill before I really need to go out. So I was like, oh, I can finish this case. Because I remember there was no investigation, so it shouldn't take that long. It was fun. It was good. That's it. I don't have much to say since it's only been like a day and a half since I last streamed. I have to go out and buy some stuff in preparation for my friends visiting tomorrow. I'm telling myself not to stress out about it. But yesterday I did go out to try to buy some home good stuff, and all I came back home for the house was a little metal statue of a kiwi bird. That's all I brought home. But it's cute, so I'm not. There's no regret to it. It's just I wish I could have had more things. Anyway, I'm gonna try going out again to find more things to fluff up the house with stuff. But if I can't, then so be it. I don't care. My friends can judge me all they want. I don't care. Anyway, thanks for watching. We still have, well, I still have half the day to myself. For the European kids, you guys, it's probably late where you are, but hope you have a good rest of the day anyway. What else? That's it. Tune in for any future streams. Tune in for, there's gonna be a fun video coming out on the Vizno channel next week. Tune in for that. And then you tune in for my video after that. And then tune in for whatever else we come in the future. I don't know. Anyway, that's it. Have a good rest of the day. Have a day. Have a day great. What a great. My father made this great to great